Yo, what it do? Man, it's your boy LP. Man, the moment of truth is here. It has arrived. Y'all stand by. What it do, man? It's your boy LP. And welcome to this episode in the Trap Plan Radio. Subject matter, very serious subject matter at hand. We had a discussion a little while ago. It was a debate, an argument on whether or not Drew Brees was going to retire. I said that he wasn't. And my cousins told me that I've been I've been delusional and in denial. But the moment of truth is here. And they've let us know that Drew Brees is retiring. Drew Brees retired. Go ahead and introduce my cousin Pharaoh Cashes. What's up, big homie? Y'all give it up for Pharaoh Cashes.
How y'all doing? How you doing? Good.
So, cuz, y'all were right and I was very wrong.
First and foremost, one time for the GOAT. The greatest saint of all time, the greatest quarterback of all time. I don't care who wants to debate that. As you can see, it's who that for life.
For life, forever.
That's number one. It hurts that we was right, even though we knew it, but it's still that's the greatest thing. He brought us our ring, man. 15 years of watching this man sling that pig in that black and gold, give his heart to this city. So hell yeah, it hurt, but it was time.
It's so hard to say goodbye to yesterday.
Oh, it's better. We ain't gonna do nothing but keep getting better. One thing we still got, bro. Still got Sean.
Absolutely. Shouts out to Sean Payton.
Shout out to Sean Payton. For sure. Greatest.
Shouts out to Sean Payton.
The greatest coach the Saints have ever seen.
I want to make another introduction. I want to introduce my other cousin. Give it up for Chuck Chisel.
Yes,
Shouts
sir.
out to Chuck. What up, Chuck? Y'all give it up for Chuck.
What up, cuz? Told you, bro.
Man, let me tell y'all something. I don't know. If y'all don't see it. I got the memorial sitting up there.
It's all right, cuz.
I got it sitting up there with the 2 footballs and lip in the back lip. Come on, bro. I'm crying over here. I'm crying over here, bro.
The good times I'm living best. Okay, hold on. One more. We gotta add one more. My big cuz, you know what I'm saying? Lindell in the building.
Pops.
What's up? Y'all give it up for big cuz Lindell. What's happening?
Oh, that's
No, this the other.
Oh,
And that's
Oh, oh,
hey,
oh,
what up,
oh,
brother?
Bus.
What up, brother?
Nah, this bus. This bus.
Okay, this Buster. I thought you was your Paul.
No. Not the Pappy.
So, first thing first, as we said, I was wrong, and me and cousin Charles, we was wrong, and you know what I'm saying, and my other cousins were right, but
I believe I was right.
How you believe you was right?
Nah, all right. Well, I'll let y'all say what y'all want to say.
No. You first.
bring it out, cousin.
All
Go
right,
ahead, Charles.
Naturally, me and LP was wrong because he basically retired. But now the question is he through?
Yes, he's through.
Is he through?
Yes, he's through. He's not. He said he's through with the Saints, but not New Orleans.
Oh, okay, but naturally he's through because he can't perform, so to speak. But who's to say? Let me ask this: is Drew Brees still a top 10 quarterback?
No.
In this NFL today?
No. Yeah. Not top 5. He may be top 10.
He's a top 10 quarterback.
Top 10.
Just because of this. Because of this, he will always be. He's gonna
Okay.
He's done playing for anybody. Don't think he's gonna go play
football.
Else.
He's done.
He's not playing football for nobody else.
Is it possible? Now, there's always a possibility.
No, it's not possible.
Santa Claus can be possible in a scenario.
Here we go.
Is it probable that if he was to get better, you think in this whole NFL thing they might give him a 1-year contract?
No.
First of all,
that's an amazing question. That is an amazing question. Cause that is an amazing question. One time from my cousin Charles.
I'm gonna answer that question with this statement right here.
Okay.
He would not retire. Do you know why he retired today?
Why?
He retired today because this is the exact same date that he signed his first contract with New Orleans in 2006. 2 days.
But is it natural retirement or is it a forced retirement?
No, it's natural retirement. He knows that his body, he got, like we said before, Drew Brees was the definition of Iron Man.
No doubt.
Them last 2 years, he had 3 major injuries.
Yeah, he did.
He not about to go out like Peyton Manning.
But do you think, well, I'll say this. Is it a possibility? Well, is it reasonable for him, if he was to get better on his own, do you think the NFL would support wholeheartedly that he'll get better on his own and then maybe one more year? Not so much for Drew Brees, but for the industry.
Are you talking about like a Michael Jordan situation? Like he retired and then came back?
Kind of like that, but I can't.
No.
I like that idea.
No.
Cause
I don't.
Cause I love you. Cause you're so awesome.
Again,
no.
You're talking about
last 2 years.
About him waiting 3 years.
Mm-hmm.
That's 3 years you're talking about.
Okay.
You're talking about him coming back at like 46 to play football.
Cause no. Just the answer is simply no. He already signed a contract with a whole
talking about the broadcast
with a whole broadcast company to start as soon as he retires. He just announced his retirement. He's now under contract. No.
I don't even think it's not a possibility.
Why not?
You say why
John
not?
Andrews, you tripping. I don't know why you thought he'd play another year. You seen what was going on.
No, he don't.
Payton wants to open this offense back up.
No, it's not even about opening the offense back up. It's just the fact that he's old. He's older
done.
now.
He's broke.
Right.
Drew Brees, I love him to death. Best Saint ever. Greatest quarterback of all time. Fuck that. Tom Brady talk.
Yeah, Tom Brady. Tom Brady is a bum.
Would have been the Patriots quarterback.
100% bum.
He'd have probably won just as many rings, maybe even more. That nigga. First of all, Drew Brees would have beat Eli.
Absolutely.
100 times over. If we talking about a warrior, Drew Brees, I'll take Drew Brees over anybody.
Absolutely.
He been through
it. He didn't go out soft. The man didn't go out soft. The man went out.
Have like y'all realized
in
the last 11 years of football, the NFC South has been represented
every year
for 4 years from everybody. Saints, Panthers, Falcons.
Drew Brees.
We had the hardest division in football for a while.
Absolutely. 100%.
We literally at one point, we are the first team to go on a 4-peat.
So now let me ask this question.
We had 3 teams make the playoffs in 1 year.
If I would have put Tom Brady in the category of possibility for him to come back from New England to the bone in Tampa Bay and win the Super Bowl, that would have been a low possibility.
Why would have been a low possibility?
Okay, hold on. We have to address the comment that was just dropped. Sean Payton couldn't wait to get Drew Brees out of there. Y'all will be the Aints again next year.
Huh?
Anyway, we are not going to even dismiss.
We're not going to address you, sir. We're not going to address you.
We don't address haters in here, bro.
No, we can't.
Can't let, bro.
But
hold up. I'm sorry. I gotta do it since he won't. I got to do it. I'm sorry. I gotta smack his head. I gotta smack him in the mouth. Sean Payton went 8-1 without Drew Brees. That's the only fact I had to put out there. Let's go.
Say that one more time. Give that statistic one more time, please, sir.
In the last 2 years, without Drew Brees, Sean Payton has went 8-1.
Give it up for Sean Payton.
Sean Payton showed you I can adjust. I have the pieces around it. I'm good. We went 12-4.
Talk to him.
Michael Thomas for majority of the year.
Talk to him, OG.
Without Drew, really having Drew 4-peat. We won the NFC South 4 times, buddy. 4-peat, baby.
Give it up for the New Orleans Saints.
That's what 4-peat means. There you go, Corey. I got you. But again, back to what I was saying.
Okay.
Sean Payton showed you that, I don't have to just win it with my offense. I got a defense, too. I know how to help build over there. Don't trip. Why you think majority of this defense staying together?
Because they're winning.
Mr. Paperbag on deck. Get the hell out of here. How about you put your fan? Who are you your fan of? If you say the Buccaneers, I'm definitely going to call you a rider, my dude. I'll call you a D-rider. Since you want to troll. I like trolls.
Okay.
I don't think that's a smart move personally. I think he's going to be one of those prototypical Alabama coming out quarterbacks. Bro. I don't have that kind of faith in Mac Jones. Sorry.
Let us get a word for from our sponsors right quick.
Holla at the sponsor.
Drew Brees retired. Thank you for that word from our sponsor. Go ahead, cuz.
But yeah, I just don't trust it, brother. I don't trust the Mac Jones thing. And I'm not a believer.
I have not watched one Alabama game, so I don't know anything about
Mac
that quarterback.
Mac Jones was a quarterback that was put. It was like throwing Mac Jones on the same thing. I got every weapon around you that you need. What you gonna do with it?
I disagree. I mean, I feel like Mac Jones is capable NFL quarterback.
Ask you none of that, Mr. Alex Flowers. Who are you a fan of? Until you answer that, you are dismissed.
That's not true, but that's not a true statement. That's not a true statement. The Chiefs had the best talent for 4 years in the NFL for the last 4 years in the NFL.
I agree.
What people don't understand is people forgot that Alex Smith led them to AFC Championship and the AFC divisional title. I mean, a divisional game where all his talent got hurt. They had Jamal Charles. Jamal Charles got hurt that game. Who else? The wide receiver Dwayne Bowe got hurt, and that was when he had one of his better years. There was a couple of other people got hurt. Like 5 people got hurt that game against Andrew Luck, and they still almost won. So no, Andy Reid is probably the best coach in the NFL right now. Hands down.
I'm gonna have to disagree with you, cousin, because the Saints has been the best talent in the NFL for the last 4 years. Give it up for the New Orleans Saints.
I just don't think they had the best talent.
The best.
I feel like we have good recruitment. We don't have the best talent.
Football.
Right. We find football players. It's just not about talent. Right. It all starts at the O-line. So, like, as far as the O-line, we have the best O-line in the NFL.
Absolutely. Our O-line was amazing. Give it up for our O-line.
We've been having a top 10 O-line since Sean Payton.
Well, I really tell you why. I really tell you why I believe that our offensive line is really the top offensive line in the league is because we didn't like it. So it was so many rotational pieces that happened, and Drew Brees still was probably the least sacked quarterback in the NFL, or close to it, top 5 as far as least sacked.
Dude. Anyway,
yeah, all those people are reserves. That's crazy. Like that's a crazy answer. Like everybody else came in on the back end, which you forgot the year. Like people forget that the year that
he's a troller.
Yeah, he got to be because the year that we had 8 people go to the Pro Bowl, 4 of them was off of reserves because the other people was in the Super Bowl.
Matter of fact, that year you talking about, Buster, we actually had 11.
Right, it was 11, and there was only
9 that just went. Period.
No, it was less than that. It was less than 9.
We had at that time we were tied for the most. It was either 8 or 9. It was
I think it was
5
8.
from the offense. It was like 5 from the offense and 3 from the defense.
But anyways, back to Drew Brees because we're not even worried about who had the most
talent.
But
the troller got us off.
Yeah, off the topic. So I believe Drew Brees is done 100% because now that I can actually speak on it, I believe that he's done 100% solely because like he doesn't have that Brett Favre mentality. He doesn't have the Michael Jordan mentality. And cuz I don't know if you can find it, but go look how he looked at that scoreboard at the end of the game.
I said the same thing. I've never seen Drew look like that. When I seen that look in Drew's eyes,
that's how you know it's over.
Like he was about to cry.
Yeah, it was like a damn, it's over.
Hold on. Wait. I want to address this right quick. You say the numbers don't lie. Well, if you would look at the numbers and compare Drew Brees, to any other quarterback and look at the numbers, you're going to be forced to say that Drew Brees is the greatest of all time. If you look at the numbers, sir, So if you
Bro,
want to go there,
Tom
we can go
Brady
there.
is only playing football to capture Drew Brees. He's not playing for no more ring. He's not playing for a ring. That nigga's trying to get number one in the statistics. That's why he's playing now.
That's
That's
it.
the
That's
only
it.
reason.
Yeah.
I
It's gonna take him an extra year.
I believe he really wanted 7. I believe he really wanted 7 to truly solidify himself as like one of the best football players out there
The
because
fake GOAT.
I truly feel like he wanted to go get that 7
He's
ring.
a GOAT.
Because
People
he
take that GOAT
celebrated
shit
this ring
too far, bro.
Tom Brady celebrated this ring harder than I have ever
because
seen
he was
him
happy.
celebrate any other ring.
But my thing is,
Well, he
like I
was
tell
supposed to do
anybody, bro,
Absolutely.
you can have, like they said, all the players that played the sport, like there's more. You can have more than one GOAT, bro.
Right. Well, this
Like,
what I want to do shortly.
Both of them.
Y'all
dudes
give
are
me
greatest
one
of all
second.
time.
Y'all give me 1 second. I want to do this. Y'all give me about 2 minutes. I want to share something with the people. Now, I want to share the history of the franchise and why we have placed so much stock in this person we call Drew Brees. Okay, the New Orleans Saints franchise began in 1967, in which from 67 up until the 80s, the New Orleans Saints were absolutely horrible, terrible. When we get toward the late 80s, the New Orleans Saints was able to get a better defense. Matter of fact, the defense was one of the most dominant defenses that we've ever seen in NFL history, giving the New Orleans Saints a name in the NFL. We had a defensive core called the Dome Patrol. The Dome Patrol was absolutely amazing, giving a show every Sunday and even on Mondays too, giving the Saints fans something to celebrate. Now, as the 90s came in and we became the champs, everybody that know, they know. During that time, we was able to get a lot of pride in our New Orleans Saints again. But then in the mid 90s, the Saints, oh no, we suck again. So we had to suffer throughout the rest of the 90s and then toward the late 90s, in the early 2000s. Under the leadership of Aaron Brooks, we were able to get our very first playoff win. During that time, we got a sense of pride again in our Saints. But as the 2000s came and Katrina hit, through that time, the Saints, they didn't do well again. But in 2006, we was able to get a man named Drew Brees. Yes. We got this guy named Drew Brees. Drew Brees absolutely did a phenomenal job putting the Saints on the map, making us a very noteworthy football team in the NFL. And going into the 2009-2010 season, Drew Brees got us a Super Bowl win. Give it up for Drew Brees. Yes. From 2010 up until today, the New Orleans Saints have been a noteworthy team, mentioned in every football conversation that you can think of. And we have been able to experience a lot of pride and excitement for no other reason but because of this guy by the name of Drew Brees. Give it up for Drew Brees one more time. And now, unfortunately, that time is drawn to a close and Drew Brees has retired. How do I say goodbye to what we had? The good times. Okay, that's enough. All right, fellas, y'all can continue on with the conversation.
So yeah, I just don't see really to just finish my kind of like my opening statement. I really just don't see Drew Brees coming back because
For
it's
what?
not feasible for him. Like I said, once you have a one of the things that we talked about last time is once you have a major injury over 40, like it just goes downhill from there. Brett Favre, none
Brother,
of them, like
I ain't telling you.
Brett
Josh, he
Favre
is
didn't have a major
one of the
injury,
GOATs.
nothing like that. So
Mm.
again, I mean, at the end of the day, I feel like Drew Brees is on a different stage in life. He ought to been Park Drew now. So, um,
Does anybody want to address Josh Brown in his comment?
what?
Uh, Sir Josh, Tom Brady, there's multiple GOATs, bro. Like, so he is his GOAT. He's his GOAT in his own right because he has the rings.
Yeah.
But when it comes to Drew, he's still chasing Drew. Why? That's the only reason why he playing. He chasing Drew for the statistics.
I feel like Tom Brady is the ultimate is a team player. Like he's probably you can consider him the GOAT in that aspect. Like as
Oh
far as
yeah,
him
because he
because
take team from the Dells all the time.
yes. So is he somebody who took a team to the Super Bowl with nobodies, with no names? No. Literally, Marcus Costa was a 6th-round draft, a 7th-round draft pick out of Hofstra. I don't know. I don't know. I mean,
The
I just
second
feel
to
like
last pick in the draft, mind you.
Lance Moore got cut from 3 different teams.
What was Meacham? What was Meacham's background?
Robert Meacham was a first-round draft pick out of
Devery
Tennessee.
Henderson
Was
like
hurt
a
at
second.
Tennessee and had two injuries prior to that though. So like he basically sat out almost 2 years of his NFL career.
And I
The
think
first
Devery
year and then his
was
second year he
second or
was hurt
third.
and was out. He didn't really play till his 3rd year.
And you have to think about this. Drew Brees has never been given a made receiver.
I give you another one. Devery Henderson was a slot receiver, nothing but a glorified slot receiver at LSU. He wasn't like
Devery Henderson didn't get hands until he got to Drew.
Absolutely, that's what I'm saying. Drew Brees was never given a made receiver.
I mean, even Ted Ginn. You look at Ted again. Like, look at Ted Ginn. Ted Ginn that he ain't had no hands. He come to New Orleans and he catching everything.
It's because he had access to Drew. You have to understand. Drew makes you better. Drew makes you better. Drew Brees has the capability of making a connection with his receivers. So much so that Drew Brees throws the ball to where the receiver is supposed to be. Simple as that. He throws the ball where the receiver is supposed to be. Because more than likely, he can't even see over the line because he's too short.
Exactly. Because he has pressure on him. Every play, he's under duress. He has to be accurate. They can put me back there with Tom Brady. The man, he ain't got to move. The man can't run. He can't move laterally. He can't move forward and back. All he got to do is stand there because he has a fantastic offensive line.
Absolutely.
So Tom Brady is the fake GOAT, if you want to call him the GOAT. He got the numbers, but when you look at Drew compared to Tom Brady, not even in the same ballpark. So
like I said, man, like
I'm going
to give Tom what time I'm gonna give Tom his due.
Yeah.
Because they did have to put the dream team around him.
They got to. That's the only way they can win.
They had to put him a dream team, but again, that also goes back to Drew because you didn't build that team to beat nobody but the Saints.
Yep.
Y'all built You built your team to beat the Saints, so that if I could beat the Saints, I could be anybody.
Man, Tom came in the league, got punched in the mouth by our division. He ain't never had to do
I'm gonna
that.
put it to you like this:
He ain't
Absolutely.
never do that.
Tom Brady first 3 rings. Oh, them niggas work.
Yeah.
Ain't never gonna take them first 3 rings away from Tom.
I will. I will. I will. Them first 3 rings was given to that boy. They was given to that boy, and this is what I'm telling you. Now you may think is conspiracy theory, but it's real. But after 9/11, ever since 9/11, every time America went into some sort of conflict with any other country, the Patriots won the Super Bowl the following year.
Bro. Listen to me. I'm sorry, bro. I can't agree. I'm sorry.
You don't have to agree. This is facts.
That shit had nothing to do with them rings that Tom won in at least the first 2 had nothing to do with Tom. It had everything to do with that defense.
But what about the rest?
What about the deflate? What about the deflate and the tuck rule and all that other stuff?
Oh, the tuck. That's why I said 2. Now we all know. After that point, when it came to Tom Brady, what it was. Literally, Tom Brady might have had 3 years worth of competition in his division. And that's when Rex Ryan was the coach with the Jets. And they went to 3 straight AFC championships? Just saying. And Tom didn't get no rings in between that time. I'm just saying. He put competition in his. That's neither here nor there. But the reason, like I said, Tom, I give you got the rings, cuz. I'm sorry, you got them. You got them.
Almost
and you have the numbers to back them up. So, are you a GOAT? Yes.
Kind of.
Yeah.
You know, by default.
Let's hear a word from our sponsors right quick. My thoughts, ideas, and suggestions for the Bible, the church, and religion is available right now on Amazon.com. Check it out by your boy LP. You got any questions or concerns pertaining to the church, the Bible, and religion? This is the series for you. Now back to our regularly scheduled program.
Hey, my brother, I'm about to head out, man. I just want to leave that on the table that there's still a possibility. I'm gonna say a 30% possibility that Drew might come back. If Tom can do what he did, it's still a good chance.
What did Tom do?
Won a Super Bowl.
That's an excellent point, Charles. That's an excellent point, Charles. Y'all give it up for my cousin Charles.
Time to take no point. No, it's not. It's not. It's not. It's not an excellent point. It's actually a very horrible point.
All right, now watch this.
Tom didn't take no time off. He didn't go from the Patriots, take a year or 2 off, then go to the Buccaneers. He went from the Patriots straight to the Buccaneers. He didn't stop doing football shit.
So are you under the impression that there's absolutely no way
Drew
Brees
no inkling
can come back?
He's never coming back.
Let me
come back as a coach.
Do you think that team cohesiveness and chemistry makes a big deal in the NFL?
Do you think he just gonna totally leave away from the Saints?
No, I'm talking about Tom Brady.
Huh?
Tom
Say it
Brady.
again.
Since he left New England, him going to a brand new team. He needs to. I think cohesiveness is a thing. Chemistry, knowing the playbook, and just knowing everybody's positions. Don't you think that's a big factor when going from one team to another, even though he didn't take time off? So for him to do that, going from one team to another, not only winning the playoffs, not only going to the Super Bowl, but winning the Super Bowl, do you think that's a high chance for failure? And it's not.
That's definitely a high chance for failure. Definitely.
So if it's a high chance for failure, that's a reasonable chance that he could have just failed because no one really gave him that chance because it is not really probable. So
no, actually, everybody gave him that chance.
A reasonable chance.
Yes.
I mean, there's a possibility. There's difference between possibility and reasonable. Everybody can win.
Everybody was calling them saying they were going to the Super Bowl. That's what they was calling at the beginning of the season when it happened, and they started building that all-star fucking team. Because you got to realize, because people, you still fail to realize, like they did not look good, like just look good for a good 10 weeks.
Yeah,
they were winning games because you have all-star talent, and you still have a first ballot Hall of Fame quarterback throwing you the ball.
Yeah.
So you surround yourself with all that talent on offense, and you have a defense that didn't really add anything but a piece, and like really a piece in Ndamukong Suh like on some shit. Like, yes, that's a high probability of winning because of that defense alone.
But okay, let's make a little transition right quick. Okay. Say Buster, come back in the shot, bro. I got a question. All right. Moving forward, cuz before you go, Chuck, moving forward, what is the next move for the New Orleans Saints? Who is the next quarterback?
Jameis Winston.
Nobody knows.
Jameis Winston.
They already put the report out there.
Jameis Winston.
Right now with Jameis Winston.
Let me tell you. Hold up. Let me tell you, cuz. I'm gonna break it down to you. Mickey Loomis never does nothing with having a solution already. Straight up. Mickey Loomis never, ever have anything. I promise. Like one. I'll explain number one. The first thing is Jameis, like the Mark Ingram situation.
The Mark Ingram situation is a clear illustration.
Not the Jameis Winston.
The Mark Ingram situation is a clear illustration of what's going to happen. If you can remember, whenever Pierre Thomas, when the clock was running out on Pierre Thomas, they was like, okay, let's feed him until we can get him on out of here. And if you can remember, they was putting Mark Ingram in there every now and then, but they really wasn't giving him. He was healthy, and they was just putting him in there every now and then. But whenever Father Time set in and it was over for Pierre Thomas, they threw Mark Ingram out there, and Mark Ingram went nuts. This is the same exact thing they're going to do with Jameis Winston. Watch what I tell you.
Jameis.
Speak on it. I don't understand why she's still.
Jameis is definitely the next quarterback.
Wait, I can't hear y'all.
because,
Hold on.
like you said, first of all, Mickey and Mickey, me and
All right,
and
cousin.
Mickey,
Hey, man, y'all give it up for my cousin Charles.
All right, Charles, hold up my
Love you,
phone.
cuzzo.
I'm about to come right back.
Yeah. No, he just whatchamacallit.
All right, y'all speak on it, man. Next quarterback.
He just he being caught, alright.
LG. Man, I think I'm here by myself. Cause them froze up on me. All right. We got a question come in. So, if the question is who is the next quarterback, then you're in essence asking who that. Okay, I see myself. That was absolutely hilarious. That was Buster, look at the question that just came up.
All right, let's see. So if the question is who is the next quarterback, then you're in essence saying who that. Oh wow. Funny guy. He need to be a stand-up comedian. Nah, but to answer people's questions, like I said, with every situation, Mickey Loomis has to finish off what I was saying. Mickey Loomis, he always has a plan. Like I never seen Mickey Loomis go in without a plan. So, and somebody may ask me what I mean by that is like every situation, because even like the Drew Brees situation, you know, Mickey Loomis was like, isn't the ball in Drew court? But don't think Mickey Loomis just standing around waiting to see, okay, well, let's just see what Drew says. If Drew says he's coming back, Mickey Loomis been on the phone probably with Jameis Winston. Jameis Winston already said, I want to be here. I want to be in New Orleans. All that probably transpired.
First of all, if you actually go look back at a lot of shit, if you pay attention to what Jameis Winston been doing, he's been showing. First of all, he already said he didn't want to leave here. Every workout they show Jameis Winston in, he either has on the same shirt or the same shorts.
So that you already know what the deal is.
Yeah, Mickey Loomis had that in place already.
Shouts out to the homie Reggie. What's up, Big G?
I'm gonna tell you.
I appreciate you, brother. Thing. Appreciate you.
Hey, y'all know who this is? Reggie. You remember I had took him with me? Remember he came to the game?
Yeah, I know Reggie.
Yeah.
Appreciate it.
But look,
shouts out to my dog, Big G.
I'm gonna tell you another thing. Another thing that I think people don't understand too is that I was messing with. I forgot who I was messing with. I said the Saints doesn't do well with black quarterbacks, but it was a joke.
I was about to say because shoot,
he doesn't do well. The Saints, last quarterback we had was black was Aaron Brooks, and I feel like Jameis Winston fit our offense.
Hold on, wait. Wait. Brother. This commercial is brought to us. This commercial is brought to us by Reggie. I saw that Reggie you had. What's that in your hand?
It's a cigar.
That's some Reggie.
No, I don't smoke regular. I don't do that. That's a no. That's against my religion.
Oh my god. What you want?
I'm
That,
messing with you, cuz.
you see, but my thing is,
Hey boy.
if Sean Payton would have had a Aaron Brooks, it would have went a entirely different way. We had
Absolutely.
a defensive minded head coach that had our defense was on point. Dude, Charles Grant and Will Smith.
Nah, I
It's
agree with
like
that comment right there. I agree with that YouTuber's comment.
That's cuz. That's Charles.
Oh, that's Charles? Oh yeah,
Yeah.
I agree. I agree with that comment. 100%.
yeah, I give Jameis a year back to he's learned the system. Now he's about to get the total system.
That man
And
is about
I
that.
believe Drew Brees is going to sit him down. Once he signed that contract, all right, come here. I'm about to break this entire thing down for you. Drew Brees ain't about to leave the Saints hanging just to drop.
First of all, you don't take and drop your cap all the way down as a favor to the team. And another thing what people don't realize is when they're saying we're gonna be bad and things like that, do people don't realize that we are like we saved 120, like I want to say it's 122 million of cap space. Now we're over the cap. I mean we're under the cap now.
No, we ain't under the just yet.
Like I think one more move, but see, this is the things about the moves we made. And people don't understand. We made hard moves, but they was expendable. Like Emmanuel Sanders, that move to release him, that was expendable because Marquez Callaway showed up in a different way. Like we didn't expect that. Like nobody expects that, and it's because free agency. It's the same thing with the Adrian Peterson impact. Like you sign AP. And free agency is before the draft. So you sign AP with the intentions of it being.
I
Mark
need
Ingram
this because
AP.
I don't know what this draft pick gonna do.
Exactly. So it's like right now free agency is open and everything like that. Players are signing places, but you don't know what's gonna happen in the draft. So what I think is like with the whole like I said with the Emmanuel Sanders signing, the biggest thing was that you didn't have no other like strong number 2 receiver besides Tre'Quan Smith. And I think
my dog, and I love my dude, but my homie made out of glass.
Yeah, he injury prone, very very injury prone. When he does play, it's at a high level.
He's the man.
But to me that's more like the whole Mark Ingram effect when the first 3 years Mark Ingram played. That's why I think, Tre'Quan is going to be back in black and gold, and he's going to, develop into a top playmaking receiver because Mark Ingram was the same way. Mark Ingram, first 3 years here in New Orleans, he was constantly hurt. Now, again with Drew Brees, I think that it was his time. I think that he's going to, I do believe what my brother said, that he is going to retire. I mean, not retire. He is going to like mentor Jameis. But at the same token, I do believe that Jameis is ready because I feel like this. I feel like right now he's done studied this playbook. I felt like Teddy didn't want to leave. It was I felt
absolutely
like
he did not want to go.
I felt like he didn't want to leave. I felt like it was more of a money situation. Not. It's like, okay, I got to start a job somewhere, and I'm gonna get paid 3 times as much as the money as I. So I respect that.
And I get to start again.
Go get your dollars. Go get your coins.
And I'm a starting quarterback in this league.
Right. So do I believe that he could have turned around and said that if he knew something? Do I believe that Teddy Bridgewater would have done this? Would have done it differently if he knew? Okay, Drew was about to be done after this season.
No,
Yeah,
I don't.
I feel like yeah.
I don't.
And the reason why I'm saying yes, and this is the reason why I'm saying yes, is because you thrived in this system. Not only not did mediocre. You thrived in this system.
Who? Teddy Bridgewater? I ain't gonna say thrive. I ain't gonna say he thrived,
He
though.
thrived in the system, but Buster, I agree with you. But that's the
He
reason
thrived
why
in
he
the
picked
system,
Carolina.
I'm not gonna say he thrived. I'm gonna
tell you
say
why he thrived.
I'm gonna say he did well because you gotta understand. You pay close attention to it. The defense held that boy down and made sure he didn't go under.
But I'm gonna say for 2 of the 5 games. I'm gonna say for 2 of the 5 games. The other ones, he absolutely showed that. But the thing is that you have to do your job, and that's the thing that Saints fans again we've been spoiled because the first thing, but no, seriously, we've been spoiled because the first thing Demario Davis said. If you go watch an interview, Cam Jordan and Mark Ingram have a podcast. And they had Demario Davis on the podcast, and Cam Jordan asked him the question, what made you want to come to New Orleans? He said, man, I see the swagger that you guys had, and then I see Drew and the offense putting up 30 to 40 points a game. And it's like, man, this defense got hunger, got swag, causing turnovers, blah, blah, blah. But the fact that you say, like, every time you associate with the Saints, you associate Drew Brees and putting up 40. It wasn't like so when I say he thrived in this system, you got to look at it from the perspective of what I mean is this. Like, it's no longer, okay, Drew Brees' arm is going to get us out of this. It's now going to be like, okay, you got to play your role to win this game. And what I mean by that is that every time Drew Brees was out, it showed. So like last year, Drew Brees was out. We played Denver. When we played Denver, it was a do your job thing. Like, okay, boom, they don't have a quarterback. They can't pass the ball. They can't do none of this. We're going to run the ball. We're going to tote this thing out and run this clock out because we know we can score touchdowns at that point. Everybody looked at Taysom Hill and was like, man, how come Taysom Hill played so bad against them? He did not. He played his job. He did his role. He did what he had to do. And that's the thing. Like, Sean Payton is like, okay.
Aside for the fumble at a very pivotal time in the game.
True, but then the next thing you go to the Philadelphia game. No, you go to the Philadelphia game. We lost that game. We didn't lose that game because of Taysom Hill and his arm and his capabilities. We lost that game because it was too many drops.
Yep.
True.
That boy was putting the ball on the money. I've seen some throws in that game that I haven't seen in a long time from anybody in a Saints uniform. But
I know you saw that pass from Jameis Winston in this last game that we saw him.
Facts,
that
but
was
that's another one. But
that was a snapshot of what we're going to see next season.
Let me tell you. I feel like this. I feel like Jameis Winston, when he made the comment, I absolutely balled this season. He did. Like that season when he had 30 picks and 30 touchdowns. Man, you had 30 plus touchdowns. You balled. Like, I'm not saying let's ignore the 30 interceptions, but you gotta understand the severity of those. Like, let's look at all 30 of the interceptions. You gotta
understand the
like dynamic. How many of the interceptions was tipped? How many of the interceptions was pressure interceptions? Meaning, okay, instead of taking this sack, let's throw this ball up. And then how many times you got to think about this too? How many times in the same system that Sean Payton gonna tell him, look, eat that? And I feel like this. I feel like Sean Payton wants a pocket passer with mobility. Like what people didn't understand was that Drew Brees was mobile in a different way. Drew, what made
What do
Drew
you
Brees?
mean?
All right,
Drew
what I
Brees,
mean
I
is
understand
that
exact. I got you, brother.
what made Drew Brees,
He knew how to get out the pocket and finesse the pocket.
right?
He
So
knew how
the
to finesse
pocket
it.
wasn't just
How
a
many
straight
times you
drop
seen
back
Drew
for
roll
Drew
out the
Brees.
pocket, go to the other side, then throw the ball? We done seen that
So
from Drew.
he wasn't going.
Whip
He
off a
wasn't a
player
mobile
with
quarterback in the
that
sense of I'm
shoulder,
gonna take
get to
off
the
and
other
run.
side, set back up, and throw that ball. That's athleticism.
And then what people don't understand is that people thought, you know, the different the trickery with the throws, that's Patrick Mahomes. Nah, that's Drew Brees, homie. Drew Brees been doing that. Drew Brees been throwing the ball side on, been throwing the ball through defenders, stuff like that.
You gotta look at what Drew Brees do. People goes to mobility when they look at mobile quarterbacks. They just look for speed. That's what people think of. Drew was a very mobile quarterback because you ain't never a lot of the stuff we done seen Drew do out of the pocket, getting out of the pocket to get throws off. You ain't never seen Tom Brady do. No, Tom Brady is your prototypical pocket passer. He is not athletic. He has no mobility. He's your prototypical pocket passer. Drew Brees, nah, we done seen Drew Brees get out that, get off me, throw it down the field. Oh shit, Drew just threw it 20 yards. Yeah, and that's what my brother mean by being. Drew was definitely mobile. It was in a different way. All right,
Are we ready to move on and be a top contender in the NFC without Drew Brees? If not, how long does it take?
I personally give Jameis a year. Our defense will keep us in the top of the NFC because we are not losing many pieces off of that defense. We do have to replace a cornerback, that's for sure. Unless they doing the move where they bring his ass back, but I don't see it coming. But I still think we'll be at least in the top 6. I mean, I see we could be in the top 6 in the still in the NFC because you still gotta realize Jameis still spent a year in the system, and now he's probably gonna have a real off season, whereas he gets probably like get the mini camp with the training camp, the whole shebang.
If you ask me, I know I'm extremely optimistic. I may be extremely optimistic, but I believe that the Saints will be a top 3 team this coming season.
All right, let's talk about that. I agree. Let me tell you why I agree. We losing nothing. That's it.
Facts.
We losing nothing. The thing is that, so this is the biggest thing. All right, our old offensive line, everybody on the offensive line is signed. The only person that's not was Nick Easton. We cut him, but we're trying to re-sign him for less money. So I believe that the Saints are going to be a playoff team.
Clemente is coming back. Just put that out there.
What I do not believe, so I'm gonna tell you, I believe the Saints are gonna be one of the 3 wild card teams. I do not believe we're gonna win the division next year. Now listen, the reason why I do not believe we're gonna win the division next year is because Tampa Bay is reloading. And don't get me wrong, we did what we had. Yes, top 3. What you mean? That man ain't stuttering.
That's my dog, Kevin. He's a Falcons fan, bro. He's a Falcons fan. When they laughing at y'all, dog.
Anyways.
Totally laughing at y'all. Bro.
I'm not laughing at it. I'm ignoring it. Because
I ain't laughing at you.
To be a Falcons fan takes a lot of guts. you know, to be a Falcons fan, it really does take a lot of guts. Because, you know, for your team to, so this is my thing. This the whole Michael Jordan versus LeBron James debate. Because I'd rather be undefeated in the Super Bowl than be to the Super Bowl and don't get it done. That's just me though.
And
That's just me.
and
I'd rather be 1-0 than 0-2.
It's heartbreaks.
Both Super Bowls that Atlanta was in, they
was
just
heartbreak. Y'all lost on heartbreaks, bro.
I would have stopped being a Falcons fan after the 2 losses y'all had.
I'd have stopped being a Falcons fan after that last one, bro. Like,
the last one that was
you're not supposed to lose being up 28-3 in the middle of the third, bro.
Listen. That's
what y'all should stop being like everybody that's watching this right now. If you're a Falcons fan, I'm gonna ask you to stop. Just stop. Don't be a Falcons fan no more.
I'm not gonna tell them stop being a Falcons fan.
Keep being fans. They need
I'm not gonna tell them stop being a Falcons fan because now
we don't need you.
No, it's not that we don't need you. People that you gotta understand. People are still or they try to mimic our blueprint like they try to mimic the Patriots blueprint. People talk about the Saints and the Saints organization, but people try to mimic this blueprint. Every year we have at minimum 2 coaches go on to coach someone else at a higher level. What people forgot was after the Super Bowl, we actually in 2012 we lost a good bit of our offensive staff. The only people that really been consistently here for a long time on the offensive side is Pete Carmichael.
That's it.
Yeah, and that would be he right because
a lot of people came
Curtis
back.
Johnson left and came back.
Curtis Johnson left and came back. The other one, Lombardi, left and came back.
All those dudes left. So the Saints
Dan Campbell left and came back.
Came back. All these people left. All these people had top 10 talent.
Now you got
to
a
be
head coach
and everyone and like all that stuff. Whatchamacallit left too. He went coach that he was a Saints coordinator at one point on offense, I believe. The guy who coached at Ball State. Mike New, I think his name was.
Sean Payton right now has what? A head coach and at least 4 offensive coordinators in the league right now.
You know why? You really want to know why Dan Campbell went after
I already knew
Jared
we were going to be loading this draft before they announced the compensation picks because of what we lost last year. I already knew when everybody tripped on we trading our 3rd round draft pick last year. I was like, nigga, we getting 2 next year. Shut up.
Yup.
I already knew that was strategic.
Y'all agree with this comment that was just made?
Heck yeah, we loaded in the draft.
We got a 1st, a 2nd, 2 thirds, a 4th, a 5th, and a 6th.
Yeah, definitely.
So we got 2 thirds and a 6th in compensation.
Yeah. Yes.
Yes, sir.
Yes, I agree with that comment.
I believe when it comes to us, like you said, I definitely believe we're gonna be a wild card team.
Oh, I can answer that question. What advantages do we have in the draft? Pretty much, our advantage is that we don't have to panic. We got at all the key positions we have top tier talent right now that's under contract. You look at the offensive line,
draft
right? You look. I feel like this. I think they're gonna draft. Honestly, I think we're gonna draft a linebacker. I think we're gonna draft a linebacker.
I'll go with that one too, brother. I would definitely go with that one too.
I don't think we're gonna draft a quarterback.
They're already working on that contract with Winston as we speak. It's already been brought out there. They're talking to with him and his people.
If you ask me, the ink already dry.
You know what I'm saying?
They just ain't told us.
Again, when it comes, like my brother said, I agree with the linebacker or cornerback, because people still must forget, like, every time they called on Patrick Robinson last year, when he had to come in and play, or even he had to start, the dude balled out. The dude was tired on the team. Him, Janorius, and Marcus were tied for the most picks on the team. He is coming off the, and he wasn't even playing a lot of, and he even play a lot of games. People forget about my dog Patrick P-Rob. P-Rob had an excellent season when he was healthy.
Wait, I'm lost. Hold on. Wait, he said we better not get an O-line piece in the first round again.
Nah, we're not going for O-line. We're not going for that O-line.
Pause. The last first round draft pick is a Pro Bowl tackle. Offensive line first round draft pick.
No, sir. No, it wasn't. No, it wasn't.
Who it was?
Caesar was drafted last year, so chill out.
Oh, well, before that, and Cesar Ruiz had a great whatchamacallit.
Cesar Ruiz, I tell everybody, when that dude was drafted in the COVID season, man, get the fuck out of here, bro. Like, the dude was learning while I told everybody, just like this, you take the first 4 games of the season as preseason.
Man, Sean Payton said it best. Cesar Ruiz was a game-ready quarterback or lineman. He was a game-ready lineman. So what we gonna do? We gonna keep the game-ready lineman. We need a game-ready lineman.
He's gonna do. And then people also gotta realize that nigga was basically playing a position he ain't played in 2 years. 2 years. When he was in college, the ball was at center. They're not going to move the person that Drew is already comfortable with from center. The only person on your O-line that missed no time was your center. So why would you change your center's position that your quarterback is already comfortable with? All of your quarterbacks.
Can y'all please address this brother? Please address this brother.
How about them Cowboys? You show me. Y'all ain't shit.
This what he said first.
Breeze couldn't throw it 35 yards. I believe that when last time they said that bullshit that you talking right now, he threw a 45-yard touchdown when he came back. I'm done. Next.
Give it up for Drew Brees.
But I will say Drew couldn't throw it consistently all game. No, it's not gonna happen. I'll say that, but you don't do that. Don't do that. You better hope your quarterback come back the same way. Since you're gonna give him $162 million, even though he earned it from 5 years. But his name is Deontay Harris. What you mean?
You said who's gonna be the number 2 receiver? Marquez Callaway.
His name is Deontay Harris.
Deontay Harris not gonna be the number 2 receiver. Deontay Harris gonna be the slot.
Dude, if we draft a wide
Key
receiver,
game.
it probably is not going to be until the second or third round.
Huh?
I can see us drafting a wide receiver, but it's not going to be in no higher round. It might be in the third. But first round draft pick, linebacker, or cornerback for me.
Let me tell you what y'all gonna have to do, cousin. Y'all got to go ahead and get y'all cameras and y'all lights and y'all microphones and stuff, because this season, when the season gets started, we're gonna have to have our weekly podcast about the Saints, and we have to have that boy on point.
I can agree to that.
We have another comment. Harris got hurt so much. If he didn't get during the Bucks game, they would have lost.
Wait,
Sir.
he didn't get hurt that much. He got hurt 3 times. He was only out because he had finally had one major injury. But continue. Go ahead. Tell him.
Sir, if Jarius, my bad, I say that name wrong. Sorry about that. If Jared Cook ass when the fumbled that ball, the Bucks would have lost.
Yeah, y'all see Taysom Hill got that money.
He didn't get that money.
First of all, Taysom Hill about to play on $2 million.
That's a voidable contract. He playing on $2 million, and the rest of the year is avoidable. He did a team-friendly contract. That's what he did.
What you mean is questionable? I understand that, Reggie. Yeah, he fooled us the first season.
He did. He
got
did.
us good. He got us real good.
And I gave him the benefit of the doubt. I tried to. I worked with him real good. I tried to be.
I need you to put some. I need you to put a poo ass noise with you while you talking about hit this dude or something.
Nah, I'm. Come on, man. I was.
I had so much faith. I was one of those people, man. And then
when everybody gave up, I still was trying to, you know what I'm saying, rock with him. I still was trying to rock with him.
Not this guy. I kid you not. I couldn't even get the words out of my mouth. Traquan not a bump. Traquan is just made of glass. He not a bump.
He's a book a week.
He ain't no bump. And I ain't gonna call him a weak neither, because that boy be taking some tackles and coming out of them bitches and keep going. So I'm not gonna do that to him neither. I will say he made out of glass.
That's weak.
That ain't weak. Cause go look at Traquan highlights as a Saint, and you come back and you tell me he weak.
I'm saying he did some.
You go look.
He did pretty good, but I'm saying
you go back and look at some of those things he came out of them tackles, and you go look and you come back.
Cause
he's weak.
Even you said that he's made of glass.
I just say he's made. They don't make. I ain't say but he not weak.
If you made of glass, you easily broken.
He's not. I'm gonna put it to you like what the messed up part about him. His legs, bro. And nigga, he had it's them legs, bro. I don't know. He got that Kevin. It looked like he got that Kevin Durant syndrome. Like he can't gain the weight.
You say he can't gain the weight.
Callaway ain't taking his spot. Callaway is literally it's you. That's your top 4 receivers. You already have your top 4 receivers on the team.
Yeah.
Come on, man.
Well,
we love the Saints.
back to the subject at hand.
Drew Brees, we love you.
One more time for the homie Drew Brees. You know what I'm saying? And
Greatest
we're gonna
of all time.
we're gonna give one more brief commercial break, and then we're gonna close. Drew Brees retired. Shouts out to the man Drew Brees.
Number nine.
Drew Brees, we love you. We appreciate you, homie. Thank you so very much.
In 5 years, we'll be celebrating you again in 5 years when you get that jacket.
No doubt. Thank you, everyone, for tuning in tonight on a Trap Plan Radio. Shouts out to Pharaoh Cashes. Shouts out to Cousin Chose. Shouts out Cousin Cardell. We gonna make it do what it do. Cuz, you got any announcements, man? Mixtapes, singles, anything that's coming out real soon? Talk to us.
Music coming out so soon. When I drop the music, it's gonna be the whole album, but we're gonna be ready for that. Right now, I'm working on getting my business going with my food. I'm a chef, but as of right now, it's just Who Dat for life. Shout out to the GOAT, the greatest of all time. Without you, there is no Who Dat Super Bowl, and we'll still be ringless. Because of you, we are 1-0 in the Super Bowl. And as a true Saints fan, we love you.
No doubt. Shouts out to the homie Reginald Smith. Yeah, man. Cuz doing this thing, man. Cuz doing this thing with the cooking and everything. He finna get some things popping, man. So be on the lookout for that. But yeah, man. Much love to the Who Dat Nation. Everybody that tuned in tonight. We love y'all. We appreciate y'all, man. Y'all have a good night. Y'all be blessed, and y'all stay blessed.